What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Welcome to the Bodhi Baby. Bodhi means awareness and enlightenment. I have to say that because most of y'all be like, what the hell does Bodhi mean? I have to tell you that, right? But I'm gonna be breaking this down for y'all, man, because many people don't for some odd reason. You know what I mean? Like, many people don't, but you need to actually you don't even have to understand, but just when you're actually locked in general, there are so many factors, bro. It's so many factors that come with it, you know. And when I say factors, I mean there's almost good and bad, but it's all really good, if that makes sense, because you learn from it, you get something out of it, right? But locking in is great. Yeah, everybody tells you to lock in. Everybody tells you to do this, do that, and that's some of the best advice you can get. But there are literally stages to locking in. And you have to stay that way or continue to put that amount or that intensity into the grind on a consistent basis, bro. Because one thing I've noticed from just staying, on my stuff in general, bro, there are going to be times, bro, where something is going to come up. Something is going to try to get in the way. There will be a test. How I look at them, I look at it all as test. Now, it's up to you, no one else, but you to stay focused, laser beam locked. That's it. It's up to you. Nobody else can actually can tell you, you need to get back right now. It's a blessing to have those people in your life that can tell you, hey, you're slipping, tighten up, get back right. But 9 times out of 10, especially if you work alone, gang, it has to be you. It literally has to be you. And it's when you break it down, it's not as hard as most people think. It's just that feeling, bro. You see how my energy just changed? That feeling is just oh my gosh. I don't feel like doing this shit, blah, blah, blah. But you got to snap it right back into reality. You got to turn it right back on. When it wants to come, turn it back on. Put your finger in your brain, hit that button, right? Because I think, from my personal standpoint, I think those days are probably the most important. Because I think those are the days, or those days are going to help you get to the next level. Literally. It's going to set the tone for the future you, right? And that's just how I view it. Because look, let's say someone's doing very, very good. They've been on their stuff 3 months straight, ain't missed a day. And then something comes up. The test gets thrown at them. Big test, right? And it can be something, that is very, very important, right? So their routine gets thrown off just a little bit. And they had a long day, and they get home, and they're very, very exhausted, tired, don't feel like doing anything because of what happened. It could have took a toll on the mental, blah, blah, blah. And I say that's the test because they're tired. They don't feel like it. Something's mentally bothering them a little bit, depending on what it is. And they say, you know what? Since this happened today, I guess I might just take a little break and chill. It doesn't work like that. It literally does, because that's what's going to make you fall the hell off. Because guess what? When something else happens, guess what? You'll do it again. And another thing happens. You'll do it again. You make the same excuse. You start negotiating with yourself. And then guess what you're letting back in? That comfortability. You're opening the door wide open, gang. The door is wide open at that point. And this is why I'm so bothered when people try to tell me you should be doing this. You should take a break. You should not. I don't want to hear. Stay away from me completely. Because, gang, you have to realize there are going to be people who tell you not to do this, not to do that, not to go as hard whatsoever, or you should do this. Why can't you come out with us one time? Why can't you do this? Why can't you do that? But little do they know, you have things to work on, gang. You set your mind to what you were going to do. And it's just, I'm working towards it every day, and I cannot lose the focus. Because the second you lose the focus, the feeling of it is crazy, bro. Next thing you know, 2, 3 weeks pass and you've been bullshitting the whole time. Literally. And then guess what? Guess where it came from? That one day. That one day. It came from that one day instead of getting the fuck up. All you had to do was get up and do it anyway. And now 3 weeks later, you've been BSing because you couldn't get up and put in even 30% of effort in. That's all you had to do. And you couldn't do it anyway. Do you know how crazy that shit is, bro? You have the whole night to rest. Even if it's not the whole night, gang. I don't care if you have to put in 3% of effort. Put it in. Literally put in the effort. No one's coming to save us, bro. I literally figured out the only person I can truly count on is me. No matter what it is or how hard it is, it's only me. It's literally me versus me. Because guess what? I have the power to change anything and everything about my life. I can change it. I have the ability to. All I have to do is ignore the feeling. That's all you got to do, bro. And yes, it's probably the most difficult thing to do in the world because of the things that, like I said in a video a long time ago, bro. Some people have to work. Some people are in school. Some people have family issues going on. Some people have other things going on in their life. Yes. But that does not mean you cannot put in minimal effort. That does not mean you don't try. Like that doesn't give you an excuse not to put in effort at all. Because guess what? You know you want to change. You know something needs to happen. But you refuse to put in that game. What are we doing? I can't live like that. I refuse to live like that. And it still gets difficult for me. I know a lot of people watch me now. Like I'm trying to tell, like way more people watch me now. You know, on this account than at least. And bro, y'all think I'm just a magical person or something? Y'all think it's just so easy for me? Hell nah. Bro, today is one of them days. Literally one of them days where I was like, I literally just want to take a short nap. Got like 5 hours of sleep. Boom, boom, nap. But I kind of told myself that I needed to keep this streak up. These videos up, bro. And it's not even just these videos. It's so much more that I do with my time. But gang, I can't afford to just stop. I can't afford to just miss a day. Like I'm figuring it out like right now. But I literally cannot, because most people don't realize, especially the ones who have never even grinded or, have been locked in with something that they actually truly care about. Like, gang, when you really doing that thing, bro, you literally have to protect it at all costs because it's up to you. Now, and it gets easier, but there still are those hard days and people need to realize that, bro. Locking in is great. Like, it's literally going to be a fight every single day. No one cares, like, how hard you go when you're motivated, bro. Nobody cares because you want to do it. We don't care about that. You think the Most High cares about that when you're motivated, when you feel like doing it? You think the universe cares about that? That's kind of like not how that works, gang. Like, bro, what matters the most, and I said it in the last video, is when you do it when you don't feel like doing it. Because I truly think, especially if you're watching this video, gang, if you're watching this video, you literally have to fight back every single day. And yeah, it's going to be hard this day, that day, but it honestly gets easier. Not because the grind gets easier, but because you get better, you get stronger. Because of the repetition, you really start learning, or you become comfortable with doing that thing that becomes hard. Because people adapt to things. We have the ability to adapt to almost anything, But now that I think about it, I don't even see how grinding is very, very difficult for some people, because when I tell you, gang, it's literally just a mind thing. That's literally all it is. That's it. Literally. That's it. Like, you can literally take yourself there every given moment. You can take yourself there. You can take yourself to that place that you need, wherever you need to go to wake the dog back up, to go get that person who you're supposed to be. Like, you have the ability to do it. It just takes the right trigger, the right move, not even the right motivation, the right talk, or just the ability to say, you know what, screw it, don't feel like it, but we're going to do it anyway. You know? And it sounds good, but I've thought about it, and it's almost like, bro, most people, y'all have to get tired of telling yourself to lock in. You have to get sick and tired of telling yourself the same thing over and over and over again. Because most people don't get tired of telling themselves that they're going to lock in, and then they don't do it. And then you get in this cycle of, okay, 3 years pass, and you're still telling yourself the same thing. You lock in for what, 2-3 months, and that's it. Then you fall off, and you do it again, and you fall off. Get sick and tired of that. Get mad about that, because time flies by so fast, bro. Like, literally, you could have been there. You could have been where you wanted to be if you would have just taken it serious. Like, you've been. Do you know how freaking crazy that is, gang? Do you know how crazy that is? You have to prioritize. It needs to be put first, because this is setting the foundation of your life, bro. So it has to be taken very, very seriously. People going to have their different viewpoints or opinions whatsoever. They can have theirs. But guess what? While they sitting there twiddling their thumbs, I'm going to be sitting here getting better. I'm going to be sitting here improving in every way, shape, and form. I'm not in competition with anybody. I'm in competition with myself, though. And as long as you do that, I think you would honestly get everything that you're looking for, bro. So don't stop, just because someone tells you this, that, or it's okay to do that. Bro, if you set your mind to it, I promise everything that you honestly want will come if you put your mind to it, because that's what I'm learning, bro. And you will see it eventually. But anywho, I love y'all. I appreciate you for watching. And we're going to see you in the next banger.